It's a bright Tuesday morning here at digital address 0993341 in Kukumlimli, Accra. Welcome to Joy News Interactive here on Joy News on Multi TV, DSTV channel 421 and GoTV channel 144. You can get interactive with us via Facebook and Twitter. Our name is Joy News on TV. Well, you know by now, I'm Benis Abu Beidu. Now, for today, we're still sort of assessing President Akufo-Addo because his government is 1 year old. We did that yesterday, but a lot of you have lots of things to say, so we're giving you the opportunity. And a lot of, criticisms have come in, and it appears some Ghanaians are expecting more from the president. So, Mr. President, over to you, Your Excellency. Now, this is what the opposition National Democratic Congress thinks, that President Akufo-Addo has done well in policy attempts, but for governance, his performance has been abysmal. Do you side with the main opposition party here in Ghana? Well, Citizen General says the NDC should think of how to unite themselves and come to power in the next 72 years. That's a long time. And leave the MPP alone. The MPP is doing well, even with the huge debt the NDC left for them. And JC Delado says, I cannot come and kill myself for matter when no concern me. That's to say, I cannot kill myself for an issue that doesn't matter to me. My neighbor is cooking jollof rice and frying plantain. Let me go and play with her baby. Interesting. Vitus says, NDC power, what are they talking about? If they're afraid to say things, it's their own cup of tea. The NPP only mouth talk, empty policies. That's what he says. So Vitus doesn't seem to agree with the main opposition party, the NDC, that says, well, the president has done well in terms of, attempting to implement some policies. Nanaya Moaku says, we expected nothing better than their scores. Already almost all policy think tanks have scored this government higher. Okay, it says, let's eschew falsehood and be circumspect. Amankwa Percy says, the NDC under Mahama with Asiedu Nketia as secretary were nothing but a disgrace to the Flagstaff House, the whole 8 years in office, and that's his opinion coming from Amankwa Percy. Laura Balmia says, what else could Asiedu Nketia say? Oh, all right, he thinks that not to be taken too serious. Hope says, what else do you expect from an opposition? Good remarks? You might be joking then. And Dennis Tamenyo says, if the smile on their faces can be real. Kusip Watching says you can only hate the MPP, but you can hate their achievement. Ken Abui says, looks like they hate each other, but they're just pretending. Nana T says, follow people everywhere. Call Nana if you need it. Oh, sorry. How could I miss this? Not supposed to. I got confused with the Nana that I thought was a comment on the president. Deemed Simon says, it's a gentleman's pass. Bravo, Mr. President. And Emmanuel Opoku is asking Mr. Nketia why that facial expression, talking about that photo we posted with this issue, so we could have your comments. Lookman says, okay, poor in governance. Citizen Kwame says, oh well. And Benful Richmond says, okay. So those were some comments on the NDC's assessment of President Akufo-Addo, saying, well, he's done quite well in implementing some policies, but when it comes to governance, he hasn't done too well. So yesterday we asked you to share with us who your best performing MP is, but unfortunately we couldn't read your comments because of time. We'll take them now. We have some 117 comments there. Cass Parker says, the minority MPs, especially Alassane Suyini Okudzeto Ablakwa and Haruna Idrisu and the other young and vibrant minority MPs, but the poorest parliamentarian is the MP for Pristia-Huni Valley District Assembly, Barbara Oting JC. Oh, okay, but you didn't tell us why, and you didn't tell us if she's your MP. Ohene Acel says, Honorable Queen Mami Poku Asoya, MP Angona East, Member of Parliament, does not necessarily mean shouting in Parliament. It's all about changing and touching lives of the people you're serving. Obatampa, God bless you for all you're doing in Angona East. It'll be good to share with us what is happening in Angona East. You can just join our citizen journalist movement and send us a video too of why you're commending your MP. Nana Kwame Nyame says, minority leader Haruna Idrisu has been effective so far, and he's proactively challenged the majority, whilst the majority leader has also been efficient in the manner he subdues intriguing presentations made on the floor by the minority. Abdul Jalil says the West MP, Wale Wale, he's not doing too well. And kudos to Haruna Idrisu and Oseche Mensah, they are doing marvelously well. Emmanuel Tetapadi says the minority have really kept us up on our toes. In fact, they've been up and doing. Mensah Bonsu has not had it easy with Muntaka and Haruna. Abraham Adongo says, Honorable Isaac Adongo, are you related, Abraham? I'm just curious. Says this is first time in Parliament, but everyone meaning Ghanaian can attest the fact that he's up to the task. There's one reply there. Let's just see what someone thinks about that. And, well, Esther Abonyiga says, exactly. Well, seems to have someone agreeing. Bra Adam says, on the floor of Parliament, I dare to say the minority have won the admiration, I'm sure you mean to say, of many Ghanaians, especially their leadership. But having said that, Honorable Queen Star Mami Pokuah-Sawyerr is doing marvelous in her constituency, Aguna East. Her life-changing initiatives are at supersonic speed. Oh, she's got 2 mentions so far. Fosu Peter says, so far, I think Dr. Okoboy is doing well for Teshi going to Parliament and still coming to work as a doctor at Lekma Hospital. There's a plus to him. Samuel Kwei says, wrong question, but I'll try to say something. Why? You didn't tell us why you think it's a wrong question. Says, anyway, my best MP in my constituency, Ewutu Senya East, Honorable Mavis Howell Kumsin. Okay, she's people and work-oriented. 3 replies. Let's see, do people agree? Okay, Desmond is asking, is she the one at the, special initiatives? Yeah, she's the one. And Dino says, the 8 billion website, madam, it's 800,000, isn't it? Sami Kwe says, campaign. Anyway, Albert Kofi's son says, Hassan Ayariga, MP. Otu Eric says, Atu Forcing, he's doing so well in the position. I pray he stays in the position since he performs better in opposition. Some of your comments coming through for who your best MPs have been in 1 year. Eto Kejo says the leadership of the minority has been fantastic. Edward Miller says Honorable Kennedy Japan. He says the truth and also helps his constituency. Smart Enoch says Honorable Isaac Adongo keeps exposing the rotten of Furiata has poor management of her finances. Bright Amankwetia says Haruna Idrisu Atu Forcing and Ablakwa. Lukman Abdullah says the minority MPs, mostly Haruna Idrisu, Ablakwa, Kujoto, they've been fantastic. And Kwesi Prince says the West Member of Parliament since 2012 to date is Moses Enim. Salim says the minority leader, Honorable Haruna Idrisu. Bright Pascal Jocelyn Tete, the MP for North Thai in the Volta region. So those are some of the comments coming through for who the best performing MPs of, some Ghanaians have been so far in 1 year. Nanakojo Francis says, Honorable Patrick Yalbuama, MP for Kaikwe Central. Prince Techiman Techiam, I beg your pardon, says Queen Star Mami Pokuah-Sawyerr, Aguna East MP. 3rd time I'm seeing her name. Sir Obama Pokuah says, Nano Oseche Mensah Bonsu and Haruna Idrisu have enriched debate in the House talking about Parliament. Wango Samuel says Isaac Adongo, Bolga Central MP. Henry Moore says Honorable Kofi Umado, MP who's never really anyway. Innocent Akle says all NDC MPs because they are in a comfortable lead. Some people just get sarcastic with every issue. Anyway, we'll take a quick breather now on Joy News Interactive. When I come back, we'll be talking about wishes, and I'll tell you what one man's wish is. This is Joy News Interactive with me, Bennett Abubeli. Thanks for staying. Now, before I talk to you about wishes, let's just do a bit of who your worst MP has been in 1 year. We just, before the breather, we're talking about who your best MP has been. And I saw one particular name, Madam Sawyer's name coming up. I think 3 times she had the best votes, if you're going to consider it in terms of that. Now, let's talk about the worst MPs. Now, with this particular one, I'm hoping to see reasons why people are rating MPs as the worst. Joseph Eduse-Poku says, how can I know? Okay, well, he thinks that he cannot know all the MPs' performance and he cannot judge so well. He's staying safe. Godson Komla Sam laughs and says, I can't think far. Okay. Says that he has to think and say something correct so it will not go against him tomorrow. All the minority leaders in Parliament are his choice for West MP. Okay. Laura Baumia says Okudzeto Ablakwa because he thinks he's not been so truthful throughout the year in Parliament. He thinks he's been seeking for unnecessary attention. Shepherd Selassie says Honorable James Kuchavec, he doesn't do anything for his constituency. Are you a member of his constituency? I'd love to know. Abdul Jalil says MP for Wale Wale thinks he's the worst member of Parliament he's ever seen. Still doesn't tell us why. But Shiri Yakubu says the MP for Upper West Kim. Gabriel Tinge says Honorable Fifi Kwete thinks he doesn't perform at all. Papa Abeka says any member who never spoke the whole year he thinks is worse. Albert Kofi Asuan says Kennedy Agyapong is some of the majority MPs. I'd love to know why you think Kennedy Agyapong is your worst MP. Nanaya Omwako says I second the person who said something, and Augustine Akwa says Kweku Kwating Obati East MP not up to my expectation. Omar Kodet says all the majority MPs in Parliament, and okay. And Siki Sukri says he thinks there's no sense in this question because he's not living in the same constituency with the MPs. Yabua Solomon laughs and says couple of them and they know themselves. Now moving on. We all have wishes, and some come true, others don't. Well, for this man my colleague Becky spoke to, he just wants to meet, guess who? Shatta Wale. That's all.
2013, when he arrived from Jamaica, Dancehall King, that was when the first I saw this guy picture on my teletop. Then something come to me and say, wow, what?
You shocked?
Yes, I was shocked. I said, who is this, a Ghanaian? Then I said, well, I have to trace this guy. So I'm a driver in Newtown, so I asked this guy, who is this? They say Shatta Wale. I say, formerly called Bandana. And so, yeah, okay, is he the guy? That I said, yes. So I started following him. I normally go and download his tracks, come and play in my car. Gradually, I get a TV. Gradually, I fall deeply in love for this guy. That with that, I don't listen to news. What I do is newspapers. Really, that is the honest speaking. For every day and day off, what I do is Shatta Wale, either I move his video or I play the audio. And the whole, I let even a kiddie from the whole Accra, police, everybody knows me. I say, Shatta Wale, biggest one in Accra here.
You didn't only have Shatta Wale's pictures on your car, which is always on the stretch of Newtown Road, but you also have a tattoo of Shatta Wale at your back. Can we see that? How much did you spend on this tattoo?
This 2.5 Old Ghana series. Yes, and I comment to you that without Jesus Christ I had here, then I had Shatta Wale. The rest is nothing, because when you do something, you have to remember that you never regret.
And I understand you have a present for Shatta Wale. I hope Shatta Wale is watching right now. I hope that we get to present.
I wish it's nothing.
What is in there, though?
Oh, it's my traditional. My man, as I told you, I'm from Balka. It's an example of this.
Your woman says she love my style. It's about time before they stop you.
Yourself?
Oh, a designer, yes, somewhere. Yes, I have Shatta Wale up and down, not even only the top, up and down. That's right.
So the whole motivation is to meet Shatta Wale. Then what?
I don't need nothing. The day I meet Shatta Wale, the following day I work from Newtown to Accra free, 6 to 6. That's what my aim. That is the last aim I will do for Shatta Wale. The day I meet him today, the following day I work from Newtown to Accra free. Just let what do you call it? My supporters really feel the good of Shatta Wale.
They never talk, say Shatta be good, always I be bad.
Some serious love for Shatta Wale there. You should see my cameraman. He's so excited. I'm sure he's also an SM person. But you know what? This gentleman has told us his wish, but because we are, you know, in the season where we are assessing politicians, 1 year on the president, his ministers and MPs, we are just asking you, who is that politician you really wish to meet? Well, Awadu Wisdom says Kennedy at Japan because he's the best politician on earth. Amadou Mutala says Honorable Mohammed Habib Tijani. Why are you talking about underrated? We're talking about who you like to meet. Nanaya Wamwaku says Alan John Kojo Tremantin because he's the benchmark behind Parliament's 5-member investigative committee in recent times. Really. Brahma Amadou Idris says, I don't think there's such a politician here in Ghana. President Magufuli is my all-time politician because he walks his talk. Asari Godfrey says, Nanado and Baumia, I'll do everything possible to see them. I really admire them, even though, do you mean you've seen them before or you've not seen them before? I am not sure. Godson Komla Sam says, former President John Dramani Mahama is the one I want to see because he worked a lot during his term and he's a man of truth, God-fearing and potential. Okay, I'm not sure what you mean and potentially, it's a bit confusing there, but it's fine. And always decent. Okay, not like the one you're seeing now. In fact, you're saying that you can't think far. Fosu Peter says, Baumia, to learn more economics from him. Isaac Hero says, JM and Haruna Idrisu because of their boldness. Manu says, JM because he's an honest politician. Das Clemento says, I wish to meet Honorable Adjoa Safo, MP for Domiko Abenya. She inspires women, so courageous. Nuakpo God Knows Billy says, Honorable Kennedy Japong, Kojopon Nkrumah, and Honorable Zanetta Rawlings due to their honesty. Papa Apeka says, Baumia, to ask why no show but kasasa. That's to say, you're just talking, but you're not seeing any action. Adam Malik says, JDM and Collins Dauda, because they're very humble and community-centered leaders. Daku Bright says, Mahama because he's truthful. Ayambere says none of them deserve to be seen. Okay. Muruf Husseini says Akufo-Addo and Kufuor generational thinkers. Papa Eben says President Akufo-Addo, he's not money-minded and corrupt. He's your role model. Salia Brian Adams says Mustafa Hamid and Kojopon Nkrumah because they are your role models. Bright Osea Jaman says JM and Haruna Idrisu and one other person, but you forgot the name. Okay, hope you remember. And Peter says Mustafa Hamid, Otiko Afisa, Jaba, Okujetua Blakwa. I don't like politics, but I look up to them. Bash Islam Bash says, everyone says JM, look at the media, okay? Every radio station discussing what he says. Eugene Atachi says, John Dramani Mahama and Zanetta Rawlings. Newman says, JJ to wipe out as many possible looters from the system. Abdullah Abdul says, Baumia and Nitawul because they are determined, selfless, and visionary leaders. Nelly Ajaman Prempeh said, John Mustafa Hamid and my president, Nanado, I just allowed them. And that's Nelly Ajaman Prempeh there, talking about who should like to meet. A politician should wish to meet. Munkaila says, I don't wish to see any of them. Hope Siani says, not even sure because nothing moves me about them right now. And Charles Darlington says, John Dramani Mahama. All right, so those are some people's wishes. If you're listening to them, or the people whose names were mentioned, President Akufo-Addo, Mustafa Hamid, Kojopon Nkrumah, these are people who like to meet you. Maybe we can organize a meetup someday. What do you think? Anyway, President Akufo-Addo has also been noticed for his viral videos within this 1 year. That Twitter chat with Shatta Wale went viral. Then that particular interview about homosexuality with Al Jazeera. Watch this.
These the social, cultural issues, if you like. I don't believe that in Ghana so far a sufficiently strong coalition has emerged which is having that impact on public opinion that will say, change it. Let's then have a new paradigm in Ghana.
Is that something you would get behind?
I think that it is something that is bound to happen. And when that happens...
What's going to provoke it? What's going to make it happen?
Oh, it's the activity, like elsewhere in the world. Like elsewhere in the world, the activities of individuals, of groups. I grew up in England. I went to school as a young boy in England, and I grew up at a time in England when homosexuality was banned there. It was illegal, and I lived a period when British politicians thought it was anathema even to think about changing the law, and then suddenly the activities of individuals, of groups, a certain awareness, a certain development grew and grew and grew stronger, and it forced a change in law. I believe that those are the same processes that will bring about changes in our situation. At the moment, I don't see that in Ghana there is that strong current of opinion that is saying this is something that we need to even deal with. It's not so far a matter which is on the agenda.
So that was one particular video of the president that trended in 2017. But what's been your most trending video of the president? Well, on Facebook, Smart Enoch says when he confidently told John Dutan of Al Jazeera that LGBT is bound to happen in Ghana. And that's how Smart decides to interpret what you just heard. And Mark Fashion, Dovo Daniel says, okay, that video of the Kantanka vehicle calling him a thief, but I'm not sure that happened in 2017, did it? Atarike says at Bolgatanga, okay, you're sending us the message from Bolgatanga, says a plagiarized speech, okay, during his inaugural address. And Joseph Pokugansa says the Al Jazeera homosexuality interview. Okay, let's skip Amos own. Real Bullet says the meeting with France president at the Flagstaff House. Yes, that one went really viral also, where he was speaking about how as a country we shouldn't be talking about aid by now. And Nanado says oh right, I don't want to read that. Daniel Lindsay says when he was delivering his inaugural speech, and Sir Obama says the one with Emmanuel Macron, yeah, the French president, when he visited Ghana. And Moses Akumia says free senior high school. I'm not sure what video it is you're talking about. Sami Kwe says okay, you're just saying the president himself has been trending 360 degrees. And Charles Darlington says Nana plagiarism, showing me plagiarism. Nana Akwesi Damon says the video in which he endorsed. Okay, I'm careful because I'm not sure that's what the president did. Did he really endorse homosexuality? I don't know, but that's how he decides to interpret that. Isaac Wafayao says it's bound to happen on Al Jazeera. Godson Komlasam says he did nothing. And Mike Ma says best video is when he became the choir master. All right, I remember that particular video. Nanaya Marco says when he spoke some wonderful French with the French president, the guy was shocked. All right, so those are some of your most trending videos of the president in 2017, bringing our review here of the president's 1 year in office on Joy News Interactive to an end, and also this particular edition. I'm Bernice Abubedu, but as always, you can stay interactive on Facebook and Twitter. We are Joy News on TV. See you later. I'll be back at 12 with more news.